What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak here with the third season of Motorsport Manager. Welcome. If you guys watched the last episode, which was the off season between season 2 and season 3, you guys will know that we signed last year's European Racing Series top driver, Laura Ingledew. She is now a NoSlack racing driver. As we can see here, she's only 24 and she's a 3-star, potential of 4. How does she compare to Falco? Well, she has the potential to be better than Falco, but as of right now, she's a half a star weaker. However, they both are main drivers. We did go ahead and give her the contract status as a #1 driver, same as Falco. So yet to be determined how exactly that works out for us, having two drivers designated as #1. They both have 10 months left on their contract. We're probably going to try to extend both of them, but that's to be determined. Also, here we can see here, Laura is costing us over $800,000 a race, and Falco is costing us over $600,000 a race. Both together combined, they're costing us about $1.5 million per race, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We'll see how that ends up for us. We do have a balance of 16.5 going into this year. And a few things I want to check out real quick. As we can see clearly, we have the best drivers in the series. Need to work on the car a little bit. That's something that we'll get into here in a few seconds. Headquarters as well, something that we need to improve on. The staffing, I think we're okay on staffing. Sponsors, we're doing pretty well too. And I'm thinking we're pretty close to getting up into the next tier for sponsorships. Real quick, let's check out the staff. We will go over here to the team. So, as we know, we have the two great drivers. Our reserve driver we don't really care about too much. We have a solid lead designer, 54 years old, really good at engines, gearbox, and brakes, which is like the main thing we need to focus on, specifically engines. But like I said, we'll get into that here in a little bit. Our race mechanics, Evans, he was with us last season. We had to re-sign him to a new contract. He's okay. Nothing special, but he's okay. He'll do. Then we have McBride over here, who, again, only 2 stars, but pretty solid potential, 3.5-star potential, so she could be a very good race mechanic for us in the future. That being said, let's check out NoSlack Novak. If things for some reason go south at NoSlack Racing, which I really hope they don't, we always have the option of potentially applying for a new job. We could apply for a job with one of these other teams in the European Racing Series, or we could try to move up. For example, Chariot Motor Group here with the Asia Pacific Super Cup. They have an opening. We could always apply for a job with them. And then we have Esprit Grand Prix over here at the World Motorsports Championships. Again, we could apply with them. That might be a little bit of a stretch given our career history here. As we can see, if Season 1, 2016, 10 races, 1 podium finish, not going to cut it. The year after that, we actually did worse. Overall, we did better, but we didn't have a single podium finish, which, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. 2018, with Laura and Falco, I'm fully expecting to have, maybe 3 or 4 podium finishes, if not more. Now, I don't know how it works. If both of our drivers finish, let's say, 1 and 2, would that count as 2 podium finishes? I'm not positive, but you know what? Hopefully, we will find out. Now, let's get into this. We are designing brakes right now. They'll be done in 3 days. And then after that, I think we're going to switch over to designing a new engine, just because I do want to get the engines to be top-notch. We have 2 great drivers. I want to give them absolutely the best engines that we possibly can. That being said, we are focusing all of our points here on the reliability, because as we know, early on in the season, the parts wearing down is pretty drastic. It is the main reason why you might not finish a race, or you might finish at the back of the pack. So we are focusing all of our reliability on our 2 engines and our 2 gearboxes. Hopefully, within about 2 races, we'll get those into in the 70s, maybe even the 80s. That being said, though, we are going to be developing a new engine, like I said. So we'll probably end up removing one of these and then focusing on the new one. That being said, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and move into the first race of the season. Now, this should be very, very interesting. I do expect fully. I'm done with my scouting mission. Okay, good. And you know what? I almost forgot. We do want to upgrade our headquarters too. We do have the 16.5 million, which isn't going to be enough to cover the entire season, as it is, because right now I think we're It says here we're losing 1.2 million dollars per race. But that's pretty much what it was last year, and we didn't have Laura taking up like 800,000 a race. So I'm thinking that number might not be accurate, and that might actually be going up. So we definitely don't have enough money to cover all of our races. However, with the sponsorships and all that, hopefully we'll be able to kind of mitigate that. And I do want to upgrade some of our buildings. Now, we could upgrade the buildings that we already have. We could do the epic engines. We could upgrade the factory, which is going to give us a lot more development staff points, as well as slots for improving all that stuff, which that would be excellent. But that's going to cost us 15 million. There's no way we can afford that right now. And then the design center, which would cut down time on designing parts, well, that would be great. But I really think that we should just focus more on building a new building, mostly because it's much cheaper. And there's also some really good things. The staff center here will allow our drivers to improve their fitness and focus, which is something I'd really like. But I think we're going to go with a forecasting center. What this does, it improves our base of operations when we're away at the race, and it will allow us to see the weather patterns much sooner. So we'll be able to kind of know if we need to switch to intermediates or slicks or anything like that much faster. So I think we're going to spend the $6 million here on the forecasting center. We'll go ahead and do that. That's going to be done in 16 weeks, right? 16 weeks, is that right? Under construction. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that said 16 weeks. Anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and go straight into Race 1, Season 3. Let's get it done. Now, this is interesting. What should we go with? Oh man, I kind of want to gamble, guys. You guys know that I'm a gambler when it comes to this stuff. I think I'm going to go for finishing 4th or above. And then let's go ahead and do the part fitting. Now, Falco here is angry, and rightfully so. She's content. But I'm thinking, who should we focus the parts on? I'm thinking we should still focus more on Falco just because he is the better driver right now. However, Laura did win the freaking championship last year, so this is tough. Should we do like a 50-50, like one person gets the better brakes, another person gets the better engine, you know what I'm saying? We'll give her the better brakes and the better engine, and then I'm thinking we're going to give him the better, but that doesn't make sense. You know, we'll give her the better engine and the better gearbox. We'll give him the better brakes. He's still angry about that. And then we'll also give him the better suspension. Now, they're both unhappy. -4, -5, -7, -11. Yeah, they're both unhappy about that. Man, let's see if we switch that around. She'll be content, which is at least, that's good. And you know, given the fact that Laura finished first, I'm kind of leaning towards giving her a little bit better parts. You know what, let's just go with this. Let's see how this works out for us after the first race. Alright, let's get into it, guys. Okay, so here we are, Black Sea. It is a Friday, and as we can clearly see, it is raining pretty heavily. So obviously we're going to have to race on either the intermediates or the wet tires. Let's go ahead and check this out. It is going to continue raining for at least the first four laps, you could say. And then, yeah, it's going to get really wet. So I'm thinking we're probably going to want to race on the wet tires. Let's check out our car setup. Let's go in here. Let's mess with this a little bit. And try to do this as fast as possible, just because I know this isn't all that interesting for you guys. Bam, bam. Handling, let's move that. Speed's going to have to get adjusted as well. And we will go for something like that. Now, the tire choice, we're going to go with the wets. Go ahead and do that. Let's change the setup over here for Falco. Good there. Handling, adjust that all the way towards the end there, as well as the speed balance. Tire choice, we're also going to give you the wets, and let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and take practice. Alright, we'll send out Falco. Not going to change anything for him there. Let's go ahead and send out Laura. Alright, and then I think we're going to keep the strategy the way it is. We're just going to do the medium throughout. We'll bring them right back in. Just because I want to do as many adjustments as we can to get their setup as close to 99% as possible. Alright, let's go ahead and check this out. Nice. We already have excellent handling, which is good, good, good. Want to, we're going to have to adjust the downforce. That is clearly not good enough. We're pretty much as far away from that as possible. We're going to have to come down all the way. Let's try in the middle somewhere. Now, the speed balance was good, and the handling was excellent, so we're going to try to keep the handling as close as possible. The speed balance, let's go ahead and move that just right there. Handling will keep, we're good there. Let's go ahead and send you right back out. And let's see what we can do for Laura over here. Alright, only at 40% on the optimum balance. Not good. Downforce is solid though. Let's adjust that just slightly, try to get that into the amazing, and then, or into excellent, sorry. And the handling will have to do a pretty considerable adjustment, as well as the speed balance. So we'll do something like that, and let's send them right back out. Nowhere to really go but up for both of those drivers too, so, you know, I think we'll probably have to do, after this one, we'll probably end up doing one more adjustment, and then we'll let them finish the rest of the practice session. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring both of these guys in. Yeah, don't forget, we have the new color on the vehicles this year. We've gone with mostly a red theme in the past. This year we kind of switched over a little bit more. We're still doing the red and yellow, but this year we switched it a little bit more towards the yellow, trying a new thing. 93% optimum balance, not bad at all. Went from very poor to good on the downforce. I'm thinking we're probably going to want to move that just a little bit more. Let's do something like that. And then handling and speed balance, we pretty much want to keep the same. So the downforce is the only thing we're going to mess with there for Falco. Let's go ahead and send him right back out. Tire choice, we're going to stick with the wets, right? It is going to stop raining, and it is actually, so we're going to go with intermediates for Falco. And then for the stint, let's just go ahead and send him out for 12 laps. We got that going for us there. Let's check out Laura here. Couldn't have gone worse than the 40%. Doubled it up to 80%. Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still great on the downforce. So I'm thinking we could probably adjust that just even a little bit more. And then we definitely improved on the handling and the speed balance. Hopefully we didn't go too far. You know what? We're going to have to try to go a little bit further though. Handling, that's going to be good. Speed balance, we're going to try to mess with that more, go in that direction. So 80% is not horrible, but we definitely want to improve on that. Stints, let's go ahead and do the 12 laps there. And how much time is left? I think we're going to switch to the intermediates for her as well. And let's go ahead and send these guys out. We have 8 minutes left. We're going to try to get them up on the setup knowledge as much as we possibly can. Look at dude's doing some nice moves here, huh? Passing some people up. Very good. I like to see that. You know what? I wasn't happy with her 80%. What I think we're going to do, I think we're going to bring her in one more time. She's third, which is excellent. Third and fourth for both of our drivers, which is excellent. I'm very happy with that. But I think we're going to do a little bit more adjustments for Laura, though. Just because I'm not too happy with that 80 setup. I need to see where we're at. Nice, look at that. Excellent, great, and excellent. So we're going to be in the high 90s, I'm guessing. Yeah, 98%. That is excellent. That is very nice to see. We could get greedy and try to adjust her handling even further. I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to just keep it the way it is. We're going to go ahead and send her out for the full 12 laps. And let's just go ahead and have both of our drivers finish out the racing session. You know what? Just for fun, let's go ahead and switch both of them to attack and overtake, just to see if we can improve our times just a little bit more. Not really much water left on the track too, so these intermediate tires might not be good. 5th and 7th now for Laura and Falco. With us bumping up the strategy though, I'm thinking it'll probably get even better. We do have 2 minutes remaining in the practice session. They'll both be able to do a full lap. Hopefully that last lap will get them a little bit better practice time. Laura here, come on. You're in 5th and still in 5th. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to be stuck at 5th and 7th, which isn't horrible. Let's check out Falco real quick. He's doing, oh, look at, oh, no, I thought I was going to say he's passing some people up, but that person was just pitting. 7th. Not bad. 5th and 7th. We're going to stick with that. That's not horrible. You know what? Once we improve on the engine, like I said, I think we're going to try to build 2 engines and then give each of our drivers a better engine. And then also, once we improve our reliability, I think we'll be a little bit better off with, you know, potential practice finishes. 7th and 8th. See, we actually dropped a little bit. Oh, well. Oh, well. I think part of that might be because we were both on the intermediates as well, so that was a little bit of a mistake. But you know what? Oh well, nothing crazy, not something that's going to cost us in this race. At least I don't think. We know for a fact that Laura has a pretty solid setup of 98, and then Falco, we'll have to see what he finished on. Okay, well we only have the 2 options here, so we're going to go with the race trim and the intermediates. Then over here for Falco, same thing. Even though I think Falco technically has the same mechanic, I'm not sure if, maybe not, maybe he doesn't, because we did retain one, but the other mechanic might have been Faith's mechanic for last season and not Falco's, so they wouldn't have that mechanic relationship. But you know what, that's not a big deal, whatever. We've got this set up, that's really the only thing that we can do, and let's see what we've got going on over here. 98%, 98%, we're going to go with this setup just because it is a little bit faster on the average time. Again, that's probably more because of the fact that it stopped raining and we were still on the intermediates, but we're going to use that setup right there. Let's check out the weather forecast. 55 degrees, so it's going to be a little bit colder and no rain in the forecast. We are going to start off on the softs. It is a 37 lap race though. We are going to have to pit pretty quickly with these soft tires. I think we're actually going to go with the mediums. I'm a little more comfortable going with the mediums there. Full 15 laps worth of fuel. We are good there. Let's check out Falco's. 96%, not bad. Let's go ahead and use that setup. And then tire choice, again, we're going to go with the mediums just because I'm a lot more comfortable with that. And the 15 laps worth of fuel. Driver strategy. Ooh, you know what? This is because of our reliability being so poor. I think we're just going to maintain the medium on both of these. We're not going to get too greedy. We're not going to try to push the at the very start. I'm thinking our parts are going to be breaking down pretty regularly here, so I don't want to mess with that too much. Now let's go ahead and start off the race just on slow. We'll do 1 speed. Let's see what Laura can do. Remember, she is last year's champion. I am going to be saying that a lot because I have high expectations for Laura. Let's speed up time just a little bit more. 6th and 12th, 6th and 11th now, 7th and 11th. Lots of positioning going on here early in the race. 7th and 12th. Oh man, so we are going to have to worry about our parts, as is every team in the league, just because it is race 1 and there's going to be a lot of parts kind of failing on all the drivers, all the vehicles. More so towards the end of the race, but I'm sure it's going to be a problem here in like the middle and early stages as well. So let's see, our drivers are actually dropping down 12th and 17th. We need to warm up our tires. That is something that absolutely has to get done. Let's go ahead and speed up time just a little bit so that the tires can warm up faster. A lot of people are using the slicks. The top 8 drivers are all using the slicks, which is fine, but you know what? They're going to have to pit a lot sooner than we are. So 12th and 16th now for both of our drivers. Tires are warming up ever so slightly. 12th and 15th. So it looks like Falco here is moving up a little bit. Laura's trying to fight off the 13th place driver, Gomez. Doing a good job of that. 12th and 15th. Let's go to Falco. He's right there, right behind the pack. Pretty close to Laura. We're looking good. We have 11 laps worth of fuel left. Our tires are warming up. And we're right around 60, high 60s for the tire percentage. Meaning we'll probably be able to go, I don't know, another 5 laps, 6 laps before we have to change anything out, tire-wise at least. 11th and 15th. Come on, Laura, pass these guys up. Beautiful, look at that. Laura doing some damage. 9th now, awesome. I like it, I like that a lot. Alright, we're going to lower their tire now. As we can see, they're right in the sweet spot. We'll just lower it to 1, and then hopefully that kind of maintains where it is. If not, then we can go ahead and lower it some more. Already have a few drivers pitting, so Laura should be able to do a little bit of passing up here. 7th now for Laura, beautiful. Falco is now in 12th. It's 13th, dropped down a little bit, so 7th and 13th. Laura is looking pretty solid, even though she just let Gerard pass her up for 7th. But look at that, she retook 7th place, nice. 43%, 46% for Falco on the tires. Still have 8 laps worth of fuel, but our tires are right in the sweet spot, right where we want them to be. However, we are going to have to bring these guys in pretty soon to change out the tires. Laura's at 36 and Falco's at 39. I'm thinking we might be able to get away with 1 lap for both. Now, again, I don't want them pitting at the same time, so we'll probably end up having Laura, who's in 6th now, pit just a little bit sooner. You know what? She is at 30%. Oh man, I think, you know what? Let's go ahead and have Falco pit now. Hopefully he'll actually be able to. We'll give him another set of medium tires. We'll go with the full 15 laps worth of fuel. Let's check out the parts. Parts are looking okay. A little bit dodgy here on the brakes. The suspension over here is looking a little thin as well. But you know what? Nothing that has to be fixed right now. So let's check that out. Okay, Falco, he just passed it up. So we're looking at the wrong driver. We need to look at Laura here. So you know what? We're actually going to cancel that pit stop. He's at 30. Yeah, we're going to cancel that pit stop and we're going to have Laura do the next pit. Again, we're going to give her the medium tires. We're going to fill her up all the way on the fuel. 14.5 is the most it'll allow us. Parts are looking pretty much the same for Laura as they are for Falco. The brakes here are looking a little dodgy, but you know what? We'll see. Alright, so Laura's going to be doing a pit. She's currently in 5th, which isn't bad whatsoever. Sponsor's objective is 4th. Laura's going to be coming into the pit here. And it looks like the top 3 of the top 4 drivers are all going to have to do a pit as well here in the next lap. Laura dropping all the way down to 11th, but she had a good pit stop. Not bad whatsoever. She's going to be going out. Let's go ahead and schedule Falco's pit stop now. So we're going to do the medium. We're going to do essentially the same thing we did last time. Medium, we're going to go give him as much fuel as we possibly can. Parts are looking okay. Yep, we're good. We should be good. Let's watch Falco's pit stop here. 8th place for Falco, 14th for Laura. But again, like I said, if you look, the top 3 of the top 4 drivers are all going to be having to do a pit pretty much right now. So I'm not too concerned with that. There's going to be a lot of maneuvering going on here in the next few laps with all these pits. So 11th and 14th wasn't a bad pit stop for Falco. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. However, the parts are going to have to be kind of managed a little bit right. My brakes are feeling strange. Can someone look at them? Alright, how are we looking? Brakes, you know what, you could probably do another lap. Lap or 2 actually. So let's just go ahead and stick with the way that we are right now. Let's check out Laura here a little bit more. 10th for Laura, 15th for Falco, 16th, just dropped back a little bit. Laura's doing pretty solid though. I'm definitely liking the way Laura races. She seems to be pretty good at overtaking, even though she just got overtook. It might be an issue with the brakes though. That might be a reason why she just got overtook. 11th and 15th respectively for Laura and Falco. Tires are looking beautiful. Plenty of fuel for both. And, okay, Falco dropped to 16th. Laura is now in 9th. I am thinking... Laura, that was a beautiful pass. I am thinking, though, we're going to have her come in for those brakes pretty soon. Now, we do have another 13 laps left in the race. If we do have her pit, I would prefer to have her pit just a little bit later. Guys, looks like we have more. We have 21 laps. 21 laps left. This is a long race. 37 laps on this one. 53% and 68% on the tires. Let's go ahead and actually lower her tire strategy just a little bit more so we can keep her out there a little bit longer. We won't do the same thing for Falco. Not right now. Laura's still in 9th, fighting for 8th though. Oh, not anymore. Not fighting for that anymore. She just got passed up. Oh, nope. Looks like she's about to get passed up though by 10th place driver Arbeloa, which we know is a really good driver. See, not anyone but Arbeloa. Okay, Falco's in 12th, so he's actually moving up, which is quite nice. 10th and 12th now. That's respectable for both. However, I do want them to finish higher than 10th and 12th. Have to maintain let's check. Laura's in 7th now, which is pretty solid. How are her brakes looking? Her brakes are in the red. So I think we are going to want to have her pit. Yeah, you know what? Let's have her pit. We'll switch out because we need to switch out the tires. It doesn't look like we're going to have any kind of rain or anything like that. We're going to have her do the softs. We'll give her the full 15 laps worth of fuel. We are going to fix her brakes. And that is really the only part right now that needs fixing. The suspension possibly will need a little bit of fixing later on. But we're going to fix her brakes. That's going to cost us 18 seconds. And we should be good there. Hopefully she'll be a lot better driver with the soft tires than she is with the medium tires. Even though, like I said, she is in 7th. So she's pretty solid with the medium tires as well. Went into pit lane 7th. Looks like she's going to leave right around 11th. Maybe 12th now. 13th? Okay, so she left 12th. Not horrible, not horrible. She is medium for both her tires and her driving style, her engine mode. Falco's going to have to pit here in a little bit just because his tires are at 34%. How are his parts looking? Not in the red in anything. You know what, we'll try to have him go one more lap. Let's switch over to Falco here. We'll try to have him do one more lap because I'm thinking in 1 or 2 laps maybe his brakes will wear down, and then that will allow us to do multiple things in one pit stop rather than having him come in for like 2 pits in a matter of 2 or 3 laps. 7th place for Falco, 6th now, 5th? No, 6th. Okay, 6th place for Falco, 12th place for Laura. Laura has pitted one more time than Falco though. Falco just got passed up. Falco definitely needs to pit on this next go-around. Let's check out his condition. You know what, I'm thinking those brakes are going to have to get fixed regardless, because we do have plenty of laps. There's still 15 laps remaining, and that is something that's going to happen. So we'll give him the softs. We'll give him the maximum. You know what, we'll give him 8 laps of fuel. And then let's go ahead and fix this part. I know it's not in the red yet, guys. Don't cut my head off. But I know it's not in the red, but we are going to fix that. Because we are probably going to have to fix another part eventually anyways. So we might as well kind of have two quicker pits than one like super long one. So we're going to stick with that. Tires, oh man, look at that. She's wearing down her tires quick. Uh-oh, something's up with the suspension. Let's, we're going to ignore, but let's check it out. It's at 18%. We're going to have her pit. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, well, we have to have her pit. We're going to, let's see, there's 14 laps remaining. She's got about 5 to 7 left on those tires. Can we get away with just doing the mediums the rest of the race? Let's try. We're going to give her the mediums. We're going to give her the full 15 laps worth of fuel. So she should have enough for the rest of the race. Park condition, we're going to finish, we're going to fix the suspension. And then hopefully Laura will be able to stick out there for the remainder of the race. Hopefully we won't have to have her pit anymore. And I'm hoping that this guy gets out. They're both pitting at the same time. Yeah, I know, that sucks, I'm sorry. Okay, so Falco's out. Hopefully he's on the soft, so he's going to have to pit one more time. And then Laura here, 15th place now, but she is probably not going to have to pit the rest of the race, whereas everyone else will. She's got 14 laps of fuel, which is telling us excess fuel, and she's got 96% on her tires. Hopefully she'll be able to maintain that the rest of the way. Let's check out Falco. How's he doing? 7 laps worth of fuel, 88% on the tires, looking decent. We are going to have him pit one more time. Let's check out his park condition real quick. Yeah, we are going to have to fix his suspension pretty relatively soon. I'm thinking we'll have him do 1 or 2 more laps. And then we'll have him pit for mediums and a full tank of gas, and then he'll be able to finish out the rest of the race as well. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. 8th and 11th for Falco and Laura, respectively. Still 8th and 11th. Something's wrong with the braking. Yep. We know. Suspension. You know what? Let's just let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna have him pit. We're going to give him the medium tires because that will last the rest of the race, no doubt about it. There's 9 laps remaining, so I'm thinking let's give him like 11 laps worth of fuel. You know, we'll do 10. We'll do 10 laps worth of fuel, park condition. We're going to have to fix the suspension, We're not going to worry about anything else, even though this engine over here is kind of looking like that might go at any second as well. But then Falco will hopefully be able to finish out the rest of the race, just like I'm hoping Laura finishes out the rest of the race. 8th and 11th for both of our drivers. I'd really like to get up there to 4th, even though they are pretty far ahead of us. Falco is a full about 40 seconds behind the 4th place driver. And Laura's in 9th now, which is excellent. Laura is still a good 54 seconds behind the 4th place driver, so it doesn't appear that we'll be able to catch up to those guys, even though 1, 2, and 3 are both going to have to pit again before the end of the race. That way we'll be able to have both of our drivers kind of catch up to those guys. Now we're watching Laura because she's in 8th place. She just got passed up. Nope, they're kind of going back and forth here. Okay, so she remained in 8th place. Kind of fighting off, who is that? Dembele. Oh, man. Alright, so Laura fell back to 9th. Her tires definitely need to get warmed up, though. Okay, we're going to go to push. Engelhardt, his tires are fine. You're going to have to warm up Laura's tires. You know, I think if things maintain the way that they are right now, I think I'm going to be okay with like a top 10 finish for both. Even though Laura just shot up to 7th thanks to people being in the pit. Wilson is still in the pit. Is anybody else ahead of Laura still going to have to pit? Looks like maybe Dembele is going to have to pit one more time. And then there's a small chance that Allo and Ingledew are going to have to pit. But Laura should be able to pass up. She's in 6th now, which is excellent. She's only 15 seconds behind 4th place. So she might actually be able to do something here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Hopefully, we have about 5 laps left. I don't know if Laura's going to be able to finish out this race on her tires. She's at 36%. You know what? I'm going to lower it. I'm going to conserve her tires. I know it's going to make them cold, but I really don't want her to have to pit again. I really don't. So we're going to try to finish the race with those tires that she has right now. She does have the excess fuel. It's just a matter of the tires lasting. And then Engelhardt, Falco here is in 9th. His tires are probably going to make it the rest of the race, and he's got excess fuel as well. So we're looking fine. Both of our drivers are looking quite solid. Now Laura is in 5th. She is 15 seconds behind Allo, who's in 4th. But, oh no. Okay, let's pause real quick. Ingledew's fine. Hopefully Allo has to pit one more time for new tires. If he does, that will allow Laura to pass him up, just because I think I'm going to take the chance and I'm not going to have Laura pit for new tires. However, let's check out Falco here. Falco's going to have to pit. His gearbox is screwed. His tires are going to be fine. Fuel option, we have 2 laps remaining. He's got 4. We're fine there. We're just going to have to fix this gearbox real quick and then we'll go out. So that's going to cost him. That's unfortunate. Falco's going to have to go pit here. He's already in the red. That's going to cost him. He's going in 9th. What's he going to come out as? Oh, man. Come on, buddy. I need you to go. I need you to go. Okay, so he came out 11th. So he did lose 2 spots. Let's watch Laura here, who's in 4th now, which is beautiful. Please, Laura. Please, please, please be able to finish on those tires. They're only at 19%. But you could probably get 2 laps out of them. Please, 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 please. Come on. 4th place. You're in 4th. That gets us the sponsor's objective, and it gets you a pretty damn solid, not a podium finish, but pretty damn close. No! We just lost the sponsor's objective, and we actually fell down to 6th now. That's unfortunate. It's just her tires are so... You know what? We took a chance. We took that chance, and you know what? Overall, I still think we're going to be okay. No, we could actually have her overtake and attack. And then, you know what? Did he finish already? Yeah, Falco finished. So, you know what? That's not bad. 6th and 11th really, really isn't bad. Being able to have her finish 4th would have been excellent. Would have given us the $900,000. And obviously, that's as close to a podium finish as you can be without actually being on the podium. But, you know what? I'm actually very happy with that race. Once we get the reliability up and we build this new engine, I think we'll be fine. Laura's a great driver. I really, really like her driving style for some reason. It's just excellent. Now let's check. So Laura did finish 6th and 11th. We have no illegal parts, nothing like that. Doesn't look like anybody dropped down because of being caught or anything like that. NoSlack Racing is currently 4th, only by 1 point. But you know what? We'll take it. NoSlack Racing is currently 4th in the team championship standings. I am more than okay with that. Let's go ahead and check out some stuff real quick. Okay, so the post-race team report here. Both of our drivers improved. Laura improved by 2%, and Falco actually improved by 6%, which is a little surprising. I thought he wasn't able to improve anymore. But you know what? Real quick, I want to check something out. Smoothness. Falco is much better in smoothness. Cornering, they're right around the same. Overtaking, Falco's actually better. What is Laura better in? She's much better in fitness. However, so feedback, she's much worse. It looks like really that's the only thing that she's better in is the fitness. Now, for some reason, it seems to me like she's the better overall racer. Let's check. Can we see exactly what fitness does? Not on this screen, but yeah, look at that, negative 1.9. Ouch. Even if we had gotten that sponsor's objective, that 900,000, we still would have lost $1 million this race. So that hurts. That hurts a lot. We are, however, going to be able to do some sponsors, new sponsors here in the next race, after the next race. So that's going to give us a little bit of extra cash there. Now the brakes are built, they are finished, which is excellent. Real quick though, I want to check out the drivers. I want to see what exactly it is that the fitness does. If we come over here, hover over, it says impacts how a driver's performance level drops off during a race. A less fit driver may see their performance drop more during the latter stages. Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of would explain why Laura did a little bit better than Falco. Granted, she did also start off about 10 places ahead of Falco, so that might have something to do with that. However, let's check out her form here. Really good. She's in the upper 9s for her last 4 races. I like to see that. Let's check out Falco. He's okay. Definitely not as good. I'm guessing some of that has to do with the fitness. Now, he does have some temporary things here. On a party circuit, negative 1 for fitness, negative 1 for focus. That wears off in 8 weeks, so that's still going to be active for the next race. And that's really the only thing that's going to bug us there. Now, you know what? I learned my lesson from last season. What I think I want to do is I think I want to scout a lot of these drivers. Now, we're going to scout all of these. We already did. All the drivers that are currently free agents, we've already scouted. So let's just go ahead and scout all these other drivers. Just to see, one of our drivers might want to leave us during the season or something. I don't want to jeopardize that, so we're going to scout some of these drivers here. That being said, let's check out the car. Let's go ahead and design that new engine that I was talking about. Reliability, red zone, top speed. We're going to go with the top speed here. And we're going to design that. And that's going to give us, what is it going to be? 261 with a possibility of being improved up to 298, which wouldn't be horrible. 298. Let's go ahead and confirm that. We'll spend the 1.5 million there. Now, if we do get it up to 298, let's check how it compares to the others. It will definitely be our best engine, without a doubt. We'll replace it with this engine we'll replace this engine with the new 298 engine. And we definitely need to work on the reliability, though. Let's see if we can simulate just one day. We will do this interview real quick. Some hasty repairs. You're not focusing enough on your car's reliability. Let's see. I'm doing a great job. My mechanics are doing a great job. We simply need more funding. Uh-oh. Chairman's not going to be happy about that. You know what? It actually didn't go down. I guess he didn't see the interview or anything like that. But that's fine. Whatever. We'll do the 1 day. We'll do the 2 days, I guess, for the car repair to be complete. And now we can kind of start improving on some of this stuff. So we still want to work on the engines, clearly. Even though we are designing that one engine. How is that going to look, though? 11 days until that's done, and we have 23 days until the next race. So you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to remove the weaker engine, and we're going to throw something else in there. I'm thinking let's go ahead and let's throw in brakes. We'll throw in these brakes to get the reliability worked on. That is going to take till 15 days after the race for all of those things to be finished. But that's what we're going to focus on there. that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Not a bad start to Season 3, right? I mean, Laura finished 6th. She had a good chance of finishing 4th. And then Falco had his parts not broken down there on like the second to last lap. He probably would have finished in the top 10 as well. So I'm more than happy with the way that the first race went. Like I said, once we get the reliability up and we get a little bit better parts, just really the 2 engines, that's the main thing I want to focus on, is building this engine and then the next one. And then I really think we're going to be able to have a great year. It is going to be a little testy there with the money, just because we are losing almost $2 million a race, and we are at $7 million for the balance. So something's going to have to, we're probably going to have to borrow more money from the owner or something, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you really want to support the channel, share the videos. You know, post it to your Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. You know, share the videos with your friends. Hopefully they'll come over, they'll enjoy it as much as you do, and I would appreciate that a lot. That being said, hopefully I'll see you on another video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.